My dear students, myself Durga Madhavrana, lecturer in English. Today we will discuss about non-detail. The first chapter of non-detail is the doctor's word. The whole world is suffering from COVID-19, because of which we are in lockdown. So there is no chance of taking general classes, because of which I am bound to take your online classes, and I hope all of you will get benefit from this teaching learning process. And the first chapter is the doctor's word. The doctor's word topic by R.K. Narayan, Rasipuram Krishna Swami, Ayar Narayan Swami, 1906 and 2001, is an Indian English novelist and short story writer. से जने भारतीय किंतु इंग्रेजी औपन्यासिक एवं short story writer, क्षुद्र गल्प लेखक. His narratives highlight social context and provide a feel for his characters through everyday life. तांकर जो जते सब वर्णनात्मक अचीवमेंट रही, all of his narrative achievements takes the social context, social subject matter. सब जगह सामाजिक विषय वस्तु पर आधारित एवं तांकर समस्त चरित्र कौन होचे दैनंदिन माने एवरीडे लाइफ कुछ कौन कुछ डिस्क्राइब कुछ. He has brought out the humor. से कौन करछदी ना जो satire एनर्जी ऑफ ऑर्डिनरी लाइफ से जो कौन करछदी ना साधारण जीवनर जो उत्सुकता एवं जो मजा थटा एंड डिस्प्लेड कंपैशनेट ह्यूमनिज्म से कौन करछन देखैछंदी ना अनुकंपा जनित जो मानविकता in his fiction. तांकर जो imaginary writing, fiction means imaginary writing. He has created a fictional town called Malgudi that stood for reality. He has a special town, and that was the imaginary town. The imaginary town of him was Malgudi, and all of his achievements, writings have been based on that imaginary town. So, for him, imaginary town, Malgudi is famous. A doctor saves warm up. A doctor saves lives both with his skill and more with his words. जड़ा डाक्तर कौन करछुंदी जीवन को बंचौछुंदी तांकर स्किल दक्षता एवं तांकर वर्ड तांकर जो कथा कहया शैली गिविंग एनकरेजमेंट. A doctor gives encouragement. When he treats a patient, he gives encouragement. My dear patient, you need not fear of your disease. Day by day you are getting well. So there is no chance of your frustration. You have to be calm and quiet. The doctor tells like this so that the patient gets his energy, encouragement and inspiration for life. Do you understand? Bujuchi? Do you agree? This is because the patient's will to survive is what matters, and the whole matter of the process is that the patient's will or wish to live. Everyone wants to live a long life. So think words of a doctor. That means the words of a students work miraculously. जादूगर भाव कार्य करे फॉर ए पेशेंट जड़े पेशेंट पे इवन इन ए क्रिटिकल कंडीशन इफ द पेशेंट विल बी इन ए क्रिटिकल कंडीशन द डॉक्टर टेल्स हिम गिव्स हिम assurance he must get his recovery. Let us read this story and see if human life hangs on a doctor's word. तेबे आमे सब चल एटा देखिबा जे जड़े मनुष्यर जीवन केमिति जड़े डाक्तर कथारे माने दोलायमान ही थाउचे. Read the following unit of the text story and acquaint yourself with the character Dr. Raman. We have to know about the character Dr. Raman. You have to acquaint with the character Dr. Raman. What type of person he is, what he tells to his patients. People came to him when the patient was on his last legs. Dr. Raman often grows tired. Why couldn't you have come a day earlier? The reason was obvious. Visiting fee 25 rupees, and more than that, people liked to seek the fact that the time had come to call in Dr. Raman. For them, there was something ominous in that the very association as a result of when the big man came on the scene, it was always a quick decision to take away or another. That means the relatives of the patient take the patients to Dr. Raman at their last stage. When they are in the critical condition, the patients are brought to Dr. Raman, but at this Dr. Raman gets angry and scolds them. Why have you taken that patient in such a critical condition? Why haven't you brought him before? But the relatives haven't brought the patient to the doctor because there is two reasons, and the one is the visiting fee of the doctor is 25 rupees. At that time, such amount is a considerable amount. And the second is they try their level best to avoid the burdensome visiting fee. And if there is no sign of recovery, the relatives have to listen some ominous words from the lips of the doctor. So they were trying to avoid doctor and his visiting fee. ଯେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଶେଷ ମୁହୂର୍ତ୍ତକୁ ଚାଲି ଯାଉଥିଲେ ବା ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଲେଗ୍ ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ବହୁତ କ୍ରିଟିକାଲ କଣ୍ଡିସନକୁ ଯାଉଥିଲା, ତାଙ୍କ ସମ୍ପର୍କୀୟମାନେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଡାକ୍ତର ରମଣଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ ନେଉଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ଡାକ୍ତର ରମଣ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ଗାଳି ଗୁଲଜ କରୁଥିଲେ, କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ କାହିଁକି ତୁମେ ୟାକୁ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଆଣିଲ ନାହିଁ. ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ନେଇପାରୁନଥିଲେ କାରଣ ସେମାନଙ୍କୁ 25 ଟଙ୍କା বা 25 रुपीज 25 टंका कौन कर पड़ता डाक्तर जो विजिटिंग फी देवा पड़ता एवं से जदि रोगी कौन प्रकार माने माने भल लक्षण किसी देखा जाऊला तेबे से डाक्तर मुखर से सब शुणा पाते जहाँ से अधिक भयभीत करूला एवं से चेष्टा करते जे जो बोझप्रद 25 टंकार विजिटिंग फी टाक प्राय एड़ाइवाई ଯେତେବେଳେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଅତ୍ୟାବଶ୍ୟକ ମନେ ହେଉନଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ସେଇ ରୋଗୀମାନଙ୍କୁ ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ ନେଉନଥିଲେ। ଏବଂ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ ନେଉଥିଲେ କେବଳ ଦୁଇଟି ମାର୍ଗ ଥିଲା, ହେଲେ ତ ପ୍ରଥମଟି ହେଲା କୁଇକ୍ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନେବା କିମ୍ବା ଅନ୍ୟ ବାଟ ଦେଖିବା, ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ତାର ଆଉ କିଛି ଉପାୟ ନଥିବ, ଏଇଭଳିଆ ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ହେଉଥିଲା। There was no scope or time for any kind of wavering and whitewashing. Long years of practice of this kind had bred in the doctor a certain truthfulness. For that a very reason in his opinion was valued. ଯେତେବେଳେ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ ନିଆଯାଉଥିଲା ସେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଡାକ୍ତରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଆଉ ଅନ୍ୟ ଉପାୟ କିଛି ନଥିଲା କି କିଛି ମାନେ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ୱାସିଂ କରିବା ବା ୱାଭେରିଂ ମାନେ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନ ଦେଇପାରି ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ବୁଲେଇ ତୁଲେଇ କଥା କହିବାର ସମୟ ନଥିଲା। ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କେବଳ ଗୋଟିଏ କଥା ଥିଲା, ହେଲେ ତ ସିଏ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ଚିକିତ୍ସା କରିବା ପାଇଁ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନେଉଥିଲେ କିମ୍ବା ସଙ୍ଗେ ସଙ୍ଗେ ମନା କରିଦେଉଥିଲେ। এইভাবে অভ্যাস সে প্রতিপালিত তাଙ୍କ ভিতরে প্রতিপালিত হয়েছিল, অর্থাৎ সে সেইଥିରେ হেবিচুଏଟେড ହେଇଯାଇଥିଲେ ডাক্তার। ফর দ্যাট ভেরি রিজন ওয়াজ ভ্যালুড, ଯୋଉଥିପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କର ସବୁ କଥା ଗୁଡ଼ା ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ ଦିଆଯାଉଥିଲା। ହି ୱାଜ ନଟ୍ ଏ ମ୍ୟାଡ୍ ଡକ୍ଟର ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସିଂ ଏନ୍ ଓପିନିଅନ୍ ବଟ୍ ଏ ଜଜ୍ ପ୍ରନାଉନ୍ସିଂ ଏ ଭେର୍ଡିକ୍ଟ। ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ରୋଗୀଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ କିଛି କହୁଥିଲେ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ଜଣେ କେବଳ ଡାକ୍ତର ନଥିଲେ ବରଂ ଜଣେ ନ୍ୟାୟାଧୀଶ ଥିଲେ। ସିଏ ଯେମିତି ତାଙ୍କର ନ୍ୟାୟ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ଶୁଣାଉଥିଲେ, ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ସେ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ବଞ୍ଚିବ ନା ପେସେଣ୍ଟ ମରିବ ବା ପେସେଣ୍ଟର ଅବସ୍ଥା କ'ଣ ଅଛି ସେ ସଙ୍ଗେ ସଙ୍ଗେ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନେଉଥିଲେ, ବିନା ଦ୍ୱିଧାରେ ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନିଷ୍ପତ୍ତି ନେଉଥିଲେ। ଦ ପେସେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍ ହଙ୍ଗ ଅନ୍ ହିଜ୍ ୱାର୍ଡସ୍, ମାନେ ରୋଗୀର ମାନେ ଜୀବନଟା ତାଙ୍କର କଥା ଉପରେ ଦୋଳାୟମାନ ରହୁଥିଲା ବା ଝୁଲି ରହୁଥିଲା। ଦିସ୍ ନେଭର ଆନଜିଓଲି ୱାରିଡ୍ ଡକ୍ଟର ରମଣ, କିନ୍ତୁ ରମଣ ଏଥିପ୍ରତି କେବେ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ନଥିଲେ। ହି ନେଭର ବିଲିଭଡ୍ ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଏଗ୍ରିଏବଲ୍ ୱାର୍ଡସ୍ ଏଭର ସେଭଡ୍ ଲାଇଫ୍ସ, ସେ କେବେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁନଥିଲେ ଯେ ସୁହାଇଲା ଭଳିଆ କଥା କେବେ ମଧ୍ୟ ରୋଗୀର ଜୀବନକୁ ବଞ୍ଚାଇ ପାରିବ। ହି ଡିଡ୍ ନଟ୍ ଥିଙ୍କ ଇଟ୍ ୱାଜ୍ ଏନି ଅଫ୍ ହିଜ୍ ବିଜନେସ୍ ଟୁ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ୍ unnecessary dope when as the matter of course nature would tell them the truth। ସେ କେବେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁନଥିଲେ ଯେ ଅନାବଶ୍ୟକ ଆଶା ଜଗେଇ ମାନେ ଜାଗୃତି କରି ବା ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରକୃତି ନଥିଲା, ସେ ଯାହା କହୁଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରକୃତି ଥିଲା, ସେ କ'ଣ କଲେ ସତ୍ୟ କଥା କହୁଥିଲେ। ରିଏଲି ହି ୱାଜ୍ ଏନ୍ ଅପରେଣ୍ଟ ମ୍ୟାନ୍, ହି ୱାଜ୍ ଅଲୱେଜ୍ ଟେଲିଂ ଦ ଟ୍ରୁଥ୍ ଅବାଉଟ୍ ଦ ପେସେଣ୍ଟ। If he sees any sign of recovery, he tells the patient relatives. If he doesn't find any sign of recovery, he also tells frequently and frankly. There is no chance of any wavering and whitewashing। ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ସିଧା ସିଧା କହିଦେଉଥିଲେ। However, when he glimpsed the faintest sign of hope, he rolled up his sleeve and stepped into the arena। ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ଟିକିଏ ମଧ୍ୟ ମାନେ ବଞ୍ଚିବାର ଆଶା ବା ଝଲକ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ ରୋଗୀ ପାଖରେ, ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ତାଙ୍କର ବିଶ୍ରାମ ତ୍ୟାଗ କରୁଥିଲେ ଏବଂ କର୍ତ୍ତବ୍ୟ ସ୍ଥଳକୁ ଡେଇଁ ପଡ଼ୁଥିଲେ। ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ when he saw the slightest hope of getting back recovery of the patient, he forgot his food, rest, even himself, and jumped into his duty place. It might be hours and days, but he never withdrew himself. He wrested the prize from Yama's hand। ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ, ହୁଏତ ଏହା ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଘଣ୍ଟା ଘଣ୍ଟା ଲାଗିଯାଇପାରୁଥିଲା କିମ୍ବା ଦିନ ଦିନ ଲାଗିଯାଇପାରୁଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ନା ଯମ ହାତରୁ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ଜୀବନ ରୂପକ ପ୍ରାଇଜ୍ଟାକୁ ଛଡ଼େଇ ନ ଆଣିଲା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ନିଜକୁ କେବେ ହେଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବିଦ୍ରୋହ କରୁନଥିଲେ। ସେ କେବେ ମଧ୍ୟ he did not retreat himself, he did not go back from his promise, from his work, from his duty, until he brought the prize from the Yama's hand forcefully। से जे पर्यंत आणु नथिले से पर्यंत से विश्राम नथले. And the question is, why did the patients visit Dr. Raman only when they were hopeless? ये गोटे क्वेश्चन अच्छी जे क्वेश्चन टा होची काहेकि पेशेंट मानू माने पेशेंट मानू डॉक्टर रमन पाखक माने जेते पेशेंट माने पेशेंट रो रिलेटिव माने पेशेंट को से माने होपलेस नहला पर्यंत काहे नौ नथले. ये होची से क्वेश्चन I have also told you काहे से नौ नथले तार दिना कारण. One is the burdensome visiting fee 25 rupees, which was a considerable amount for the villagers, and they do not want to hear any ominous from the lips of the doctor. So the villagers try to avoid the two reasons, and they were waiting up to the hopelessness condition of the patients. What? And second question, what impression of Dr. Raman do you get from this passage? That means what type of person Dr. Raman? You know very well, Dr. Raman is an upright man. He was a man of his words. He was a truthful man. He never tells lies. And he doesn't believe in whitewashing and wavering. He always tells what is fact. And when the patients were brought to him, he has to take quick decision. When he saw the slightest hope of recovery of the patient, he jumped into his duty. He didn't take rest, food, and he forgot himself. He did not go back from his words and his duty until he brought back the patient from the Yama's hand. Do you understand? Thanks. And the second unit. Does the illness of a person dear to your heart upset you? Can you guess how a doctor feels for his ailing friend? For his ailing friend. A dear person, the illness of a dear person who is dear to you, the illness of a dear person, of your dear person, make you upset. We are also like that. आम मध्य सेमती कौन से आमर अति प्रियतम मनीष बा निकटतर मनीष कौन कर जिते असुस्थ हो जाऊँगी ताकू नहीं कौन करे ना आम मैंने सब दुखित होचे. प्रकृत कह गले मनीष ता निजपाई के व्यस्त नुहे. मनीष ता निजपाई के सफरिंग हुए. Man doesn't suffer for himself, but man suffers a lot for others, for the dear persons. Can you guess? तबे अनुमान लगे पार्छ कि how Dr. Raman feels for his ailing friend. जेतल तांकर असुस्थ बंधु देखि. Read the following unit of the text. ए यूनिट पढ़ो and note how Dr. Raman feels. कि बोली Dr. Raman कौन करछन्ती अनुभव करन्ती when he finds his bosom friend in a critical condition. When Dr. Raman sees his bosom friend, here his near and dear friend in the critical condition, how does he feels? How does he feel? Please try to understand. Today, standing over a bed, the doctor felt that he himself needed someone to tell something soothing lies. He moved his brow with his handkerchief and sat down in the chair beside the bed. आज कौन कर डाक्टर रमन गोटे माने रुग्ण लोकर शज्या पार्श्व ठिया होती दंडायमान होती एवं से कौन कर आवश्यक कर जड़े सांत्वनामूलक मिछ कथा कहता कि जो मनीष प्रकृत तुम जान यू नो वेरी वेल डॉक्टर रमन इज एन अपराइट मैन एंड मैन ऑफ हिज वर्ड्स एंड except that today he needs a person who will tell him soothing lies. Why? जो मनुष्यटी अप्रिय सत कथा कहवा मनुष्यटी चाहूँगी आज कहीं ताकू जड़े मिछ कथा कह सांत्वना दो, अर्थात तांको मन बहुत कष्ट ही मूव्ड सी कौन कर जो हैंडकरशिप रे कौन कर आखिपता पोछि चेयर बस जो रोगी जनकर पार्श्व पड़ता चेयर on the bed lay his dearest friend in the world, Gopal. They had known each other for 40 years now, starting with their kindergarten days. कौन होइछि ना से बेड रे तांकर सबुठारु अति प्रियतम बंधु गोपाल से कौन करछन्ती ना बेड रे पड़छन्ती, से असुस्थ अछन्ती. They had known, Dr. Raman and Gopal had known each other from their kindergarten days. That means from the LKG, UKG standard schooling time. That means they know each other from their childhood. They could not of course meet as much as they wanted, each being wrapped in each own family and profession. सेमन कौन करथुले ना सेमन जेतले when they grown up they did not get chances to meet each other how much they wanted, because they have indulged in their personal and professional life. सेमनकर व्यक्तिगत जीवन एवं वृत्तिगत जीवन रे कौन करथुले सेमाने बुड़ी रहिथिले बा व्यस्त रहिथिले, जोथिपाई सेमाने जेतिकी चाहुथिले मिसिया पई सेतिकी मात्रा सेमाने परस्पर को भेटी पार नथिले बा मिसि पारु नथिले. Occasionally on a Sunday, Gopal would walk into the consulting room and wait patiently in a corner till the doctor was free. Doctor free hela parjanto. Then he would dine together, see a picture and talk of each other's life and activities. बेले बेले occasionally Gopal, his bosom friend, visited Dr. Raman and waited in the consulting room when the doctor was free from his duty. When the doctor got free from his duty, they dined together, saw pictures and talked of each other's life, and they were getting amusement from their friendship. Really, their friendship was completely enjoyable for each other. They were getting full of contentment from their relationship. So, कौन होतला ना बेले बेले गोपाल कौन करथला डॉक्टर रमन को पाखु को जाउथला. डॉक्टर रमन तांको जो चिकित्सा कार्य व्यस्त थिला बेले गोपाल कौन करथला ना कंसल्टिंग रूम रे तांको प्रियतम बंधु डॉक्टर रमन को अपेक्षा करथला. जेतबे डॉक्टर रमन कौन करथले तांको कार्य रु टिके मुक्ति लाभ करथले, सेतबे परस्पर मिसुथिले एवं खाउथिले, मध्याह्न भोजन खाउथिले एवं डिनर खाउथिले. आ कौन करथिले ना पिक्चर देखुथिले एवं परस्पर जीवन एवं कार्य विभिन्न प्रकार कार्य विषय कथा होथिले, सुख दुख शेयर करथिले. एई भली भाव सेमानक जीवन चलथिला. It was a classic friendship standing over untouched by changing of time, circumstances and activities. Really, the friendship between them was a classic one because it was not changed by the changing of times, circumstances and activities. Though they were friends from their kindergarten days, the time was changing. According to the changing of the time, their mentality had not changed at all. The mentality of friendship was strong within their heart and mind. ସେମାନଙ୍କର ମନ ଏବଂ ହୃଦୟରେ ପରସ୍ପରଙ୍କ ଯେଉଁ ବନ୍ଧୁ ଭାବାପନ୍ନ ବିଚାର ଶକ୍ତ ହୋଇଥିଲା, ପରିବେଶର ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ, ସମୟର ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ଏବଂ ଯେଉଁ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟକଳାପର ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ, ଏ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନଶୀଳ ସମାଜରେ, ଏ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନଶୀଳ ଦୁନିଆରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ବନ୍ଧୁତ୍ୱ ଅପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନୀୟ ଥିଲା। ଏହା ସବୁଠାରୁ ଏକ ଶ୍ରେଷ୍ଠ ବନ୍ଧୁତ୍ୱ ବୋଲି କୁହାଯିବ, ଯେଉଁ ବନ୍ଧୁତ୍ୱକୁ ଏଠି ଲେଖକ କ'ଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି, ଏକ କ୍ଲାସିକାଲ ଫ୍ରେଣ୍ଡସିପ୍ ବୋଲିକରି ବର୍ଣ୍ଣନା କରିଛନ୍ତି। In his busy round of work, Dr. Raman had not noticed that Gopal had not called in for over 3 months now. He just remembered it when he saw Gopal's son sitting on a bench in the consulting hall one crowded morning. କ'ଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଏମିତି ସମୟ ଆସିଲା, ଏଠେ one day Dr. recollected or remembered that his best friend Gopal had not come for 3 months ago. At that time, he saw Gopal's son sitting on a bench in his consulting room. ସେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ହଠାତ୍ ତାଙ୍କର ମନେ ପଡ଼ିଲା ଯେ ତାଙ୍କର ବନ୍ଧୁ 3 ମାସରୁ ଉର୍ଦ୍ଧ୍ୱ ସମୟ କ'ଣ କରିଛନ୍ତି ନା ତାଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ ଆସିନାହାନ୍ତି, ଭ୍ରମଣ କରିନାହାନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ। ଏହି ସମୟରେ ସେ ଗୋପାଳ ତାଙ୍କ ବନ୍ଧୁଙ୍କର ପୁଅକୁ ଗୋଟେ ବେଞ୍ଚ ଉପରେ କନସଲ୍ଟିଂ ରୁମ୍ରେ ବସିଥିବାର ସେ ଦେଖିଲେ। ସେଇ ଦିନଟା କ'ଣ ଥିଲା, ଭାରି ଜନଗହଳିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଥିଲା, ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ତାଙ୍କର ଚିକିତ୍ସାରେ ସେ ବହୁତ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ଥିଲେ। Crowded morning means there was a number of patients and because of which he had to attend them, and he was very busy on that day. Dr. Raman could not talk to him over an hour. That means after 1 hour, Dr. Raman did not get a chance to talk with that boy. When he got up and was about to pass on to the operation room, he called up the young man and asked. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ କ'ଣ କଲେ, ଉଠି ପଡ଼ିଲେ ଏବଂ ଅପରେସନ୍ ରୁମ୍ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଯିବାକୁ ବାହାରି ପଡ଼ିଲେ, ସେତେବେଳେ କ'ଣ କଲେ, ସେ ସେଇ ଯେଉଁ ବାଳକକୁ ଡାକିଲେ, ୟଙ୍ଗ ମ୍ୟାନ୍। Who was the young man? The young man was Gopal's son. He called him, my dear son, please come. What is the matter with you? I want to know what is the information for me. Is there any information? Is there any news for me? He asked to the boy. ସେ ପଚାରିଲେ, କ'ଣ ଅଛି? What brings you here, sir? The youth was nervous and shy. At that time, the Gopal's son was nervous and shy. Mother said, he only told that mother sent me here. That means the young boy was sent to Dr. Raman by his mother. And what may be the cause of his coming here? And the cause of his arrival was his father was ill. When he heard from that young man that his near and dear friend Gopal was in a critical condition and he's in his bed at that time, he become bewilderment. He did not know what to do. He become very nervous and he felt sorry for his ailing friend. And I have also completed the second unit, and the question was, how does the writer describe the friendship between Dr. Raman and Gopal? I have also told you the relation between Dr. Raman and Gopal. There was a great and classical relationship between Dr. Raman and Gopal. They were very near and dear to each other, and their friendship had been created from their kindergarten days, and their friendship was alive. Though they have grown up, they have not changed. There was no feeling of superiority and inferiority between them. Their friendship had not changed in accordance with the changing of the time, circumstance, and activities. And their friendship was truly a classic one. How did Dr. Raman came to know about Gopal's illness? Gopal occasionally visited Dr. Raman, but unfortunately, Gopal had not called in Dr. Raman for above 3 months. Dr. Raman thought about it. All of a sudden, he saw Gopal's son sitting on a bench in the consulting room, and that was the crowded morning. He was busy in his duty, so he did not keep contact with that young man. After an hour, when he was about to pass on to the operation room, he called that boy and asked about his father's condition and the causes of his arrival. At that time, the boy told that his father was in critical condition and suffering from a chronic disease, and his mother had sent him to Dr. Raman to give him information about his father's health condition. So, from Gopal's son, Dr. Raman came to know about Gopal's illness. Do you understand? And I have also told you the answers of the 2 questions. You will listen and give attention and try to understand what I am telling to you. And I hope all of you will get full of opportunity, full of benefit from this teaching learning process. And tomorrow we will start the unit 3, 4 or other units, and today this class will be finished at this point. That's all. Thank you, my dear students, a lot.